How to read graphs. There is a story about Katie. She tells why she liked graph. Katie sees a new poster in the school lunchroom. It has a bar graph. Katie reads the title, Favorite School Lunches. She looks at the graph's label. She looks at the height of the bars. These features give her information. They help her make a conclusion. Katie is surprised. Pizza is the most liked lunch at her school. Katie voted for chicken, but more students choose pizza. Chicken is the third most liked lunch at her school. A bar graph is just one type of graph. There are many kinds of graph. They each show information in different ways. Now, a graph is a picture of data. The data gives information about a topic. A graph shows how one thing relates to the another or how something changes over time. Graphs help people compare facts or find patterns. Graphs can also be used to predict what might happen next. So, this is an important thing. What are the tools for reading graphs? Many graphs have labels. Labels show variables. And what are variables? Variables are things that can change over time. All graphs are variables. They use variables. Each labeled line is called. Some graphs have lines with labels. Each labeled line is called an axis. The x-axis is a horizontal line. There are two axes, x-axis and y-axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. X-axis is a horizontal line. The axis shows fixed categories that won't change. So these things along the x-axis can't be changed. One example is the type of food students should vote for in the favorite school lunches graph. This is graph for the favorite school lunches. This axis shows the data that changed over time or across the categories or group. What is that? That is the vertical y-axis. It can change. In the favorite school lunches graph, the number of students was shown on the y-axis. So this is the y-axis. The number of students is shown on the y-axis. Students were responding to the categories on the x-axis. And what students are responding? They like tacos, soup, chicken, pizza, grilled cheese. This is on the x-axis. This can't be changed, but the number always changes. The marking along an axis are the scale. Scales start where the x-axis and y-axis meet. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. Where it meet, here the scale starts. Number increase as you move right along the x-axis. On the y-axis, number increase as you move up. Or it could equal 5 units. The scale will tell you. It depends upon the scale. Graphs that use colors or symbols have a key. The key tells the reader what these items represent. This is like category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. These colors, different colors indicates the key. Colors often represent data groups. The colors separate the different items. Each section in a pie graph is usually a different color. So this is a pie graph. Each bar is a bar graph, might be a different color. This is a bar graph. Pictograph and pie graph. First we will take pictograph. A pictograph uses symbols to show data. Categories are labeled along one axis. Pictographs have keys. Like this is a key. Ice cream is taken as a key. The key explains what the symbols represent. For example, a pictograph might show favorite ice cream flavors. The symbols may look like ice cream cones. The categories might include vanilla or chocolate. The key might tell you that one ice cream cone stands for 2 people. This is the key. One ice cream for 2 people. This is the key of the graph. You count the number of ice cream cones in each category. Thus, you multiply the number by 2. The category with the most symbol is the most popular flavor. You can say this is strawberry flavor, vanilla and chocolate. In chocolate, there is 2.5. That means 2.5 multiplied by 2 is equal to 5. So 5 people like this, and 1, 2, 3 and half. 7 people liked vanilla and 3 people liked strawberry, because the key is 1 cone is equal to 2 people. Pie graph. First we read the pictograph. Now it is pie graph. Pie graph is like this. Pie graphs are another kind of graph. Pie graphs are also called circle graphs. So it is always in circle. A pie graph uses a circle to show data. The sections of data looks like slice of a pie. Each slice is a different color. The pie graph might have a key to explain the color. Like this. This is of different color. Pie graph help you compare the parts of a whole. They measure things as percentages. All the sections together add up to 100%, like 33, 15, 10%, 25%, 17. The total will be 100%. Larger slice stand for larger percentage. For example, a pie graph might show favorite kinds of pets, like this. 25% cats, 15% fish, snakes, 15%, rabbits, 15% and dogs, 30%. Total will be 100% and most likely will be dogs, 30%. This would mean that more people like dogs than cats, because cat is 25%. This is pie graph. Line plots and line graphs. Line plots use dots or points to show data, like this. Line plots group data and show which group are the most and least common. Line plots have an axis called a number line. This is the x-axis. This is also called the number line. There is no y-axis. Only the x-axis is there. This is the line plot. Categories are labeled along the number line. The number line usually includes a scale. Numbers increase from left to right. This is a scale. Line plots are often used for data that includes measurements. For example, a line plot may compare the number of books read by students in a class. How many students read how many books? This can be drawn with the help of this graph. The number along the number line show the number of books read. So these are the number of books read and this is the number of students. That means one book is read by 3 students. 2 books are read by 2 students and 3 books were read by 4 students and 5 books read by 1. If a student reads 5 books, then a dot will be placed above that point, like this. If a student reads 5 books, that means these are 5 books and 1 dot here. If a student reads 10 books, that means dot here. Another kind of graph is a line graph. Line graph use dots and lines to show data. Line graphs show how something changes over time. They can also show how variables relate to one another. A line graph has an x-axis and y-axis. Like this is x-axis and this is y-axis. If months are taken here on the x-axis, because this is months are always fixed 12 months. And temperature changes, so temperature on the y-axis. So I can show you like this. 12 months, January to December, and temperature in Fahrenheit If we take January, temperature, average temperature is 22 or 3, or we can make a dot over here. In February, it's 25, dot here. In March, 40 degree temperature, and then dot here. Like this, all the 12 months. Like December, it's less than 20, or it can be dot can be here. Like this, when all the dots are taken, then we can join with the line like this. If the slant is increasing, then this means like this, that means something is increasing. If the slant like this downward, it's upward, then increasing, and if the slant is downward, then it is decreasing. Like this, all the graphs may help people understand data. They also help people find patterns. Now you are all set to read graphs. Thank you. Bye.